Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My presentations today is in the title of Continuity and Changes in the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal Musical Traditions in Johor. My name is Muhammad Nizam Atan. I'm from Center for General Studies and Co-Curricular, University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. And I'll straight away to the introductions of these presentations. The study aims to highlight research and the continuity and changes of the musical tradition of Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal in the state of Johor. The study is based on the development of popular culture in the community related to the entertainment, as stated by Muhammad Taib Osman and Wan Abdul Kadir, 1987. And popular culture is closely related to the daily activities of society. Okay, the writing will be focusing on the aspect of historical development, continuity and changes of musical traditions of the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal in Johor. And Kumpulan Gambus is actually a form of musical ensembles that covers the music scenes in the state of Johor in 1960s until the late 1990s. And why Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal? Because the object of the study, with the rationale that this Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal preserve the performance of Kumpulan Gambus for about 25 years from its establishment in 1975 until the end of 1999, whereas the other groups also founded by the same guidance of the founder of the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal and did not last long. What is the objective of the research? The first objective is to study the historical and development of gambus music and Kumpulan Gambus in the state of Johor. Number two is to identify the continuity of the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal musical tradition in Johor. Number three is to analyze the changes that occurred to the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal musical tradition from 1975, the year of establishment, and until the end of 1999. Therefore, I use the norms of musical styles as a reference from the suggestion of Nettle. So, the outline of study in musicology is based on the norm of musical styles put forward by Mentalhood 1971. It's comprising of the traditions, the style, the genre, the piece, the performer, the tonal staff, ensemble, and performative. So for that, I will explain one by one. The traditions in this context of the study discuss the traditional forms of gambus music, especially the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal in the state of Johor. Number two is style periods. In this context of the study, discuss the historical aspects of gambus and its development in the gambus group, as well as its role in other ensembles in the state of Johor. Number three, genre. In this context, use the type of word in the performance of the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal, whether the original work or creation, or the work of plated, and also the work of choice that suits the needs of society. The piece or the songs in this context of study sees the identity of gambus songs, which is the main repertoire in the performance of Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal. The performer itself explains the roles of gambus figures who are responsible for bringing in gambus makers in the study area, and gambus that grow as a result of presence of gambus figures. Whereas the tonal staff in this study explains the use of tuning systems, sound adjustment, and especially gambus musical instruments. Ensembles in this context directly to the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal, which discuss the layout of the performance, the musicians, the performance space, the performance orders, the payment rate, the exercise or the practice, and the use of additional equipment. Where the performative study makes observations on the format of presentations which refers to the form of songs, lyric, rhythm, the use of melody or harmonic styles. Dynamic, apart from the improvisational style and creators of songs in the Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal. Data analysis. For the research question number 1, data obtaining methods is content analysis from books, journals, papers, newspaper clippings, and interview with the Gambus activists in Johor. Data analysis instruments is descriptive based on the ethnomusicological theory and descriptive by theme. And content analysis on songbooks, audio recordings, text, lyrics, interview with Gambus activities experts in Nurulhilal, and also for the characteristic that change, I use the text analysis, recording of studio, and also interviews with the activities and local communities. So summary from the findings of the research is this study certainly contributes to an awareness of the existence of art called Kumpulan Gambus in our society not so long ago. This study clearly uses case study Kumpulan Gambus Nurulhilal to elevate the study of knowledge or epistemology of Kumpulan Gambus. This study describes the history of the art of Gambus that led to the establishment of the art of Gambus group in this area, namely Batu Pahat and Pontian, and the study reveals the identity of Kumpulan Gambus that carries a different musical traditions from today's society perceptions that is still confused about the art of Gambus music in Johor and even in Malaysia. The study used the ethnomusicological approach, the norms of musical style, which include the acquisition of data from various points of view. This study explains the continuation of the musical tradition of Kumpulan Gambus 1975 until 1999. This study explains the changes that occurred to the music tradition of the Kumpulan Gambus during the active period. This study justifies researchers, students, cultural organizations, institutions of higher learning, the government, especially the Ministry of Culture, the Ministry of Education, immediately restore and preserve the nation's heritage arts so that it can be preserved for the new generation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.